My name is Jason Coleman, married to Brittany Coleman, have 5 children. My childhood was really great. I grew up with 2 parents that just loved us tremendously, and my parents started going to First Assembly of God, and we went there for years, and I got saved there. And then somehow, my teenage years came on. I slipped and fell away, and so I started drinking around 16, somewhere in there. I had no direction at all, and that's how I got into alcohol and stuff. Just because I didn't have anything where I was trying to point myself, and then I just woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm going to join the Army. Well, when I got in the Army, after I got out of basic training in AIT, I got to my first unit at Fort Hood, Texas, and my sergeant took me up to get my room, and got my room. He asked me how old I was. I was 20 at the time. He said, you can't drink, but you can have as much alcohol as you want in your room. And that was kind of a, kick the door open, it's on, so we drank all the time. And that pretty much lasted the entire military career, with the exception of the year I was deployed in Bosnia. But there was no alcohol. When we got back to Germany from there, it was like I'd never missed a lick. I was straight back to $100 a night drinking. Went out and got really drunk and ended up in jail, DUI. And so I missed being able to drive to and from my wedding, which didn't make Brittany the happiest camper, but the fact that I was there did help. And I continued drinking for several years after we were married, and I will say I was probably somewhere in my early 30s before it had affected our relationship to the point to where it was either my family or the alcohol. One was leaving. One day, there was a message and a testimony that just really spoke to me, and it weighed heavy on my heart. And I thought, you know what, all the crap I've done, God still loves me. Him and Brittany. And it was probably one of the happiest moments of my life, when I realized it. And it's just, and I've always thought about that, day in and day out. No matter what I do, how I mess up, I'm just like, what, God still loves me. And it's an amazing feeling for someone who's just dove off into a hole for so long, and then and come back, and someone who you've never met loves you with everything there is. I just want everybody to know that, going through what I've gone through, it may not seem like a lot to some people, but it was big to me. And anybody that's going through that, I love them. You got to have that. You got to have love to pull you through, and God's love is the one that will do it.